Coach Cronin, open it up with general comments from you about the game, and then we'll open it up questions for the players. Coach?
I've been in a lot of games, national championship games, semis at Providence. I think it was '95 with Maine against Michigan, 2 overtimes, and got the gold medal games in the World Juniors and Stanley Cup playoff games. And that game had more drama, back and forth, character from both teams. You know, I said to myself after the 3rd period, it's a shame someone's going to lose this. Somebody came in here and, you know, bought tickets. They got every penny's worth of their money. If somebody told me it was going to be a, whatever the heck it was, 7-6 game, I would have been shocked. Two of the top three or 4 defensive teams in Hockey East. And at the end of the day, or the end of the game, the team that possessed the puck the most won. I think BC had control of the puck. And they established a forecheck and a cycle game early in the overtime and get us on our heels. And they finished this off with what they do better than anybody in the country, and that's play a tremendous transition game. So obviously a lot of credit to them.
If you'd raise your hand, we'll bring the microphone to you. Again, identify who you are, affiliation, and please tell us who you're asking the question to, which of the players. Questions?
It's Mike Z, New England Hockey Journal for Wade. I'm just wondering, was there ever a point in this game, for a period maybe when you took that lead, where you felt that you guys were in control?
The game was a battle throughout the whole night. I think it was back and forth. But when we got that tying goal, definitely I thought we were going to carry that momentum into overtime. And I thought maybe this was going to be our year, but it turned out not to be.
Anything else?
Alex Faust from WRBB Radio Northeastern. You've been to 2 Beanpot finals. I'll ask this both to Chris and Wade. You've been to 2 Beanpots. Chris, you've been to 2 finals. Wade, how does this rank in terms of, you know, the way that this one hurts compared to what you've been through against BU a couple of years ago, and for you, Chris, when you lost to BU in the semis?
Yeah, I think this one hurts a lot because in the BU game a couple of years ago, we kind of gave up 3 shorthanded goals and we didn't really deserve to win. But tonight I thought we battled hard. Everyone on our team came to play, and I just feel like this one hurts a lot more because we got it to overtime. You know, we tied it up with a couple minutes left and we just couldn't finish it off.
Yeah, I mean, this one, I mean, this is my first final, and, you know, it definitely stings a lot. You know, it was such a back and forth game, you know, going overtime, you know, obviously it didn't, you know, work out for us. Just, you know, the fact that it was such a good, you know, back and forth game, going overtime, it was just, you know, it just obviously hurts a lot more, you know, because of the, you know, because of that. So.
Elliot Olshansky, NCAA.com. Wade, if you can, how much of what we saw tonight would you say is the teams, and how much would you say is the venue and the Beanpot? I mean, could you imagine having a back and forth game with BC like this in one of your games this weekend, or is there something where you could only have this kind of a battle with them here at the Beanpot?
No, I think in terms of goal scoring, I don't think you'd see that too much. Our teams, we both play pretty good defensively. I think because of the crowd and the momentum that the game was provided by, it caused a lot of goals and a little bit of sloppy play in back checks and D zone, so I think that's what resulted in most of the chances and goals.
Julie Robenheimer, Hockey Buzz. I know this is a stinging moment for you, but looking at the positives, what can you take from this experience moving forward for the rest of this year, and particularly for the playoffs?
Yeah, I know we know we can play with the #1 team in the country. I think that's what we can take out of this game. And our offense was there tonight, which is nice. We haven't had too many offensive games like that this year, so I think those 2 things we can take out of that and hopefully build on it, and then as well maybe clean up our D play a little bit more, so we can't give up 7 goals and expect to win hockey game.
Last questions for the players.
Tim Rosenthal, Inside Hockey. You guys see BC again this week. Are you going to use this game as a motivational tool for the hockey series?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think we got, like what you said, you kind of got to carry this into this weekend. Obviously, we got to work on a few things this week in practice, but it's a big weekend for us, so we got to hold home with them. But yeah, I feel like we're gonna take the momentum that we had from this game into the weekend.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. Good luck the rest of the season. We'll open it up now for questions for Coach Cronin, please.
Rich Thompson from the Boston Herald. Just comment on scoring 2 power play goals against this team, #1 team in the country, on the penalty kill.
I thought our power play was obviously off to a good start. I think we had 2 out of our first 3, and then we just never got settled. I thought that was an important part of the game. The momentum we generated breathed some offense into us, and obviously our guys to start the game were jittery. We got a young team. I think they were a little nervous at first, and when I look at that goal in the power play, really you could just feel the weight lift off the bench a bit. But I was, anytime you score 2 power play goals, it's good. I wish we could have gotten 1 more. So it's been good all year, actually. So I think tonight's was kind of a reflection of the production we've had with it.
John.
Greg. Tonight you see Harvard beats BU for the first time in I think 17 years in this tournament. You guys take the #1 team all the way to the limit. Are you seeing more of a competitive balance among the 4 here that maybe has been lacking a bit?
I honestly don't know. I don't really follow it like that. I don't look into that angle that writers do and journalists, whatever. I just don't. I kind of focus on what we've got to do to be successful. And going into the game, I'm very much aware that we haven't won it in 22 years. It's all I hear about. And I was doing the Hail Mary and the Rosary and everything else to win the damn thing, so we get that that cloud off our back, I guess. But I really don't. I don't know, John.
Captain Gould by SBNationBoston.com. Greg, just talk about what you told your guys going into the intermission before overtime.
I told them they had a great opportunity and that I was excited for them. I was excited to watch them respond to an event this large. And I said this when I got here 6 years ago. I've been to national tournaments with Maine, and this tournament is the biggest thing that kids will see. In terms of attendance, passion, enthusiasm, the energy, the history, all those things. And when a team like Northeastern, who was, I keep saying this, it's like the Red Sox before they won the World Series, is just waiting to win one. It's an unbelievable opportunity for them, and I wanted to enjoy it. And it's a funny group because they never really get, you wouldn't know if we were down 2 goals or up 2 goals. They're pretty easygoing kids, so I really was hoping they could win it, and I told them to enjoy it.
One last question on the back for Coach Cronin.
Jason Mastronello, the Huntington News, Northeastern. You've talked about the impact that the freshmen have made and how they've had to step up, and a few of them had some key goals tonight. Do you want to just talk about their play and if they were nervous at all, or if you thought they played well?
Yeah, I think their development is a reflection of the leadership we have in the senior class there. I think they've really done a nice job with all of them. And Brody came on tonight. He's a goal scorer. He scored his 2 goals, and they've been really, really good. And I'm proud of the whole team. I think the team's been terrific. I think they've been good ambassadors for Northeast. I think this event here is another reflection of how good of a group of players they are. It's always about the team, right? And those freshmen have kind of worked their way into the fabric of our team right from day #1. And we wouldn't be this. We're not successful in terms of wins and losses, but as far as their people and their progress goes, we wouldn't be this successful without that family, that unity they have there. So I'm proud of them all.
Coach, thanks very much. Good luck the rest.